always thought my husband loved his noisy workshop more than me, until I found the heartbreaking secret he hid inside a small wooden box. My name is Dahlia. I am married. My husband is Felix. We live in a house. The house is big. The house is nice. But I am sad. I am sad every day. Felix works very much. He comes home late, very late, every night. We do not talk. We do not smile. I am alone. I am always alone. The house has many rooms. All rooms are clean. Everything is beautiful. But I feel cold. The house feels empty. I walk around alone. I sit alone. I eat alone. Nobody is here. Only me. I remember the past. We were happy before. We laughed together. We talked every day. We held hands. We were close. But now it is different. Now Felix is always busy. He does not talk. He does not laugh. He looks at his phone. He does not look at me. I feel invisible. One day I made dinner. I made good food. His favorite food. I wanted to talk. I wanted him near me. Felix came home late. It was 9 at night. He sat down. He ate the food. He looked at his phone. Not at me. Never at me. He ate very fast. He did not smile. He did not say anything. I felt so sad. I asked him a question. How was your day? He said only one word. Busy. That was all. Then he finished eating. He stood up. I have work, he said. He left me there. I sat alone again. The food was cold. My heart was cold. This was every day, always the same. Felix has a workshop. It is in the garage. He goes there every weekend, every Saturday, every Sunday too. He makes tables. He makes chairs. He makes many things. I hear the machine. The saw is very loud. I hate that sound. The sound makes me sad. The sound means he is gone. He is not with me. Every Saturday morning he goes. I come back soon, he says. But he does not come back. Not for hours. Not for the whole day. I wait. I eat lunch alone. I eat dinner alone. I watch TV alone. Always alone. I think he loves his work more than me. He loves the wood. He loves making things. But he does not love me. Our house has beautiful furniture. He made everything, but our marriage is broken. One day was special. Our anniversary. 10 years married. I wanted a good day. I wore a nice dress. I cooked special food. I made a cake. I bought flowers. I put candles on the table. I waited. 6 o'clock came. No Felix. 7 o'clock came. Still no Felix. 8 o'clock came. He was not home. Where was he? I knew. The garage. His workshop. He was working. On our special day, I started to cry. I was very angry. I was very sad. I walked to the garage. I opened the door. Felix was there, working. Always working. Tools were everywhere. Wood was everywhere. He looked tired, very tired. Felix, I said. He looked at me. Today is our anniversary, I said. Please come inside. He stopped working. This is important, he said. I make this for us. Let me finish. I was so angry. No, I said. Not for us. For you. Only for you. You love your work. You do not love me. He wanted to speak. But I left. I ran to the house. Tears were on my face. I went to the kitchen. I threw away the cake. I turned off the lights. I went to bed. I cried. The house was dark. The house was quiet. Then I heard it. The saw. The machine was running. He was working again. Not coming to me. Not on our anniversary. I cried more. I felt so small. I felt so alone. Nobody loved me. He did not love me. I thought it was finished. Our marriage was dead. I closed my eyes. I could not sleep. I waited for hours. The saw stopped, very late. But Felix did not come. He did not come to bed. He stayed in the garage all night. Morning came. His side was empty, cold and empty. I knew then everything was over. He did not love me. Maybe he never loved me. Our love was dead. Or so I thought. I was wrong. Very wrong. But I did not know. Not yet. I woke up. The sun came in the window. I looked at the clock. It was 8 in the morning. The house was very quiet. Too quiet. I listened. No sounds. No saw. No machine. The garage was silent. I looked at the bed. Felix's side was empty. He did not come to bed. He worked all night. On our anniversary night, I felt angry again. Very angry. He forgot me, I thought. He forgot me completely. I got out of bed. I put on my robe. I went down the stairs. The kitchen was empty. No coffee. No breakfast. No Felix. He was still in the garage, still working, always working. I was so angry. I wanted to fight. I wanted to shout. I walked to the garage. I opened the door. The light was on. Bright light. The saw was silent. No noise at all. Felix? I called. No answer. I walked inside. Tools were on the table. Wood pieces everywhere. Then I saw him. Felix was on the floor. He was lying down, not moving. Felix? I said again. He did not move. I ran to him. I touched his hand. It was cold. Very cold. Felix! I shouted. Felix, wake up. But he did not wake up. He did not move. He did not breathe. I called his name again and again, but he did not answer. He never answered again. My husband was dead. I called for help. People came. Many people. Doctors came. Police came. They said it was his heart. A heart attack. He died in the night. While I was angry, while I was crying in bed, he was dying alone in the cold garage. The next days were terrible. People came to the house. They brought food. They said kind words. But I heard nothing. I felt nothing. Only cold. Then came the funeral. Many people were there. They talked about Felix. He was a good man, they said. He worked very hard, they said. I sat alone. I did not cry. I could not cry. I felt empty inside. After the funeral, I went home. The house was quiet, a different quiet now. Before it was cold. Now it was heavy, like a stone on my chest. The silence was final, forever silent. I walked through the rooms. Everything was the same, but everything was different. Felix never came home. Never again. I sat on the sofa. I thought about our last night, our anniversary. I was so angry. I said terrible things. You do not love me, I said. Those were my last words. Angry words. Mean words. He wanted to explain. He tried to speak. But I left. I did not listen. Now he was gone. I could never say sorry. I could never hear his answer. The guilt was very heavy. It hurt inside my chest. I was a bad wife, I thought. He was working for us. He said it was for us, but I did not believe him. I was angry. I did not support him. I did not understand. Now, it was too late for everything. I lay down on the sofa. I closed my eyes. Tears finally came. Many tears. I cried for hours. I cried for Felix. I cried for me. I cried for our lost time. The house was so empty, really empty now. Not just cold, empty forever. My husband was gone, and my last words were angry. I never forgave myself. Never. Days passed. I did not eat much. I did not sleep well. I walked through the house like a ghost. Everything reminded me of him. His chair, his coffee cup, his coat by the door, the furniture he made, everything. Each morning, I woke up alone. The bed was cold. I made coffee for one person. I ate breakfast alone. The kitchen was quiet, too quiet. I sat at the table. His chair was empty. It was always empty now, forever empty. I looked at his things everywhere. His shoes by the door, his jacket on the hook, his glasses on the table. I could not touch them. I could not move them. They stayed where he left them, the last place he put them. I wanted them there. Like he just went out, like he came back soon. But he never came back. I could not go to the garage. I could not open that door. That place killed him. That work killed him. I hated it. I hated everything. But most of all, I hated myself for being angry, for not understanding, for not listening. The guilt ate me inside. Every day, every hour, every minute, I could not escape it. One day I knew I had to sort his things, his papers, his clothes, his life. I had to do it. I did not want to, but I had to. The days passed. The papers piled up. Bills came in the mail. Letters came. Documents arrived. I had to look at them. I had to understand them. I had to deal with them. But I was so tired. So very tired. I started with his desk. Everything was very organized, very neat. That was Felix, always organized, always careful. Even in small things, he kept everything in order. I opened the drawers, papers everywhere, bills, letters, documents, old receipts, work papers, personal papers, so many papers. I looked at each one, Slowly, carefully, my hands shook, my eyes were tired, but I kept looking. Then I saw a folder, a blue folder. On it was my name. For Dahlia. My hands shook, my heart beat fast. What was this? Why my name? I picked it up. It felt heavy, not the weight, the meaning, the importance. I opened it slowly. Inside were papers, letters, important papers. I started to read. Then I stopped. I could not breathe. What I saw changed everything. Everything I thought was wrong. So wrong. I sat at Felix's desk. The blue folder was in my hands. For Dahlia, it said, my name. My name in his writing. His clear handwriting. I opened it slowly. My hands shook. I was afraid. What was inside? What did he want me to know? What did he hide from me? My heart beat fast, too fast. I was scared, but I had to look. I had to know. Inside were many papers, white papers, official papers, papers with stamps, papers with signatures. I took the first one. It was a letter from a doctor, Dr. Martin Chen. The name was at the top, official hospital paper. I started reading. The words were difficult. Medical words, big words, words I did not know. But I understood enough. I understood the important part. Felix was sick. His heart was sick, very sick. A serious condition. The doctor wrote it clearly. I looked at the date. The letter was old, 1 year old. Last February, 12 months ago, he knew for 1 year, a whole year, 365 days, and he never told me, not one word, not one hint, not one sign, nothing. He kept it secret. He kept it hidden. All that time, all those months, every day, every night, he knew, and I did not know. I felt cold inside, so cold, like ice in my chest. I picked up another letter, another doctor, Dr. Sarah Kim. Felix's heart was failing. It could stop any time, any day, any moment. More letters, more doctors, all the same message. His heart was dying. He needed to rest. No stress, no hard work. He worked even more. Why? I found another paper. A note from Dr. Chen. Patient does not tell wife. He says he does not want her to worry. He wants to protect her. He handles this alone. I put the paper down. Tears filled my eyes. He wanted to protect me. While I was angry, while I complained, while I felt lonely, he was dying, alone, in silence, protecting me from the truth. And I thought he did not care. I thought he did not love me. But he loved me so much, too much. He carried this alone, all alone. I cried. I cried hard. My body shook. I am so sorry, I whispered. So sorry, Felix. But he could not hear me. He was gone. I wiped my tears. I looked at more papers. Different papers now. Bank papers. Money papers. I did not understand at first. Numbers everywhere. big numbers. Then I saw our address, our house. There was a stamp, red stamp, paid in full. What did this mean? I read more carefully. Our house was paid, completely paid. The mortgage was finished. No more payments. The house was ours, free and clear. How? We still owed money. A lot of money. 20 more years of payments, but now it said 0. Felix paid it all. I found more papers. Our car loan. Paid. The credit cards. Paid. Everything was paid. Every single debt. 0. Nothing left to pay. My hands shook again. When did he do this? How did he do this? I kept searching. I found work papers, timesheets, pay stubs, so many hours, extra hours, weekend hours, night hours. He worked all the time. Double shifts, triple shifts, extra projects. He took everything, every job they offered. He never said no. He never rested. That is why he was always tired. That is why he came home late. That is why he was always busy. Not by choice, by love. He was saving me, preparing for me. Then I found something else. A bank account paper, a savings account. The name on it surprised me. Dahlia Thompson. Only my name, not his name. Just mine. I looked at the balance. My eyes went wide. So much money. More than I ever saw. How? How did he save this much? He worked himself to death. That is how. Every extra hour, every extra dollar into this account. For me. He knew he was leaving. He knew he died soon, so he made sure. He made sure I was safe. Safe from debt, safe from worry, safe from everything. He gave me security. He gave me freedom. He gave me his life. I put my head on the desk. I sobbed. Great big sobs. My whole body hurt. My heart hurt. Why did you not tell me? I cried. Why, Felix? We could have had time. We could have talked. We could have been together. But I knew why. He did not want me to worry. He did not want me to be sad. He wanted to protect me. Even from the truth. Even from his death. He loved me that much. Several days passed. I could not eat. I could not sleep well. I just thought about Felix, about the papers, about everything. The guilt was still there, heavy and dark. But something else too, a need. I needed to see. I needed to understand. The garage, his workshop. I had to go there. One morning I got up. I got dressed. I walked down the stairs. I stood at the garage door. I had not opened it. Not since that terrible day, the day I found him. My hand touched the door handle. It was cold. I took a deep breath. I pushed the door open. The smell came first. Wood, fresh cut wood, and something else? Coffee. Old coffee, his smell, the smell of Felix. I stepped inside. I looked around slowly. The workshop was clean, very organized. That was Felix. Always neat, always careful. His tools hung on the wall, in perfect rows. His workbench was clear, everything in its place. Then I saw the furniture, so much furniture, finished pieces everywhere. Against the far wall, a big kitchen table, new and shining, dark wood, beautiful wood. I walked to it. I touched the surface. Smooth, perfect, not one rough spot. He made this for me, for our kitchen. To replace the old table, next was a chair, a big reading chair, with soft curves, comfortable looking. I sat down in it. It fit me perfectly, like a hug. He knew my size. He knew how I sit. He made it just for me. I stood up. My eyes were wet again. I walked around more. A bookshelf, tall and strong, with many shelves. For all my books, a desk, small and pretty, with drawers and space, a place to write, a coffee table, low and wide, perfect for our living room. So many things, all finished, all perfect, all for me, for our home, for our life together. Every piece was love, love made into wood. Then I saw something different in the corner, something small. I walked closer. My breath caught. It was a cradle, a baby cradle, small and delicate, rocking gently. Beautiful carved wood, smooth and safe, perfect for a baby. But we had no baby. We talked about it once, years ago, but never again. Why did he make this? I knelt down beside it. I touched the wood gently, so smooth, so careful. Then I saw paper, tucked inside, a small white note. I picked it up. My hands were shaking again. I unfolded it. I read his handwriting. Just in case. We still have time. We can still hope. Love always, Felix. My vision blurred. Tears ran down my face. He made this cradle while he was dying. While his heart was failing, he still hoped. He still believed in us, in our future, in life. He never gave up, even at the end. I sat on the floor. I held the note. I cried and cried. But these tears were different, not just guilt, not just sadness. These were love tears, understanding tears. He loved me more than I ever knew. Every hour he worked, every night in the garage, every moment away from me. It was all love, just a different kind of love. Not words, not time together, but action, preparation, making sure I was okay. That was his love language. I stood up slowly. I walked to the workbench. His last project was there. The thing from our anniversary night, the last thing he touched. A small wooden box, detailed and intricate, almost finished. Beautiful carvings on the sides, flowers and leaves. So delicate, so perfect. I picked it up carefully. It was light, smooth. I turned it in my hands, looking at every side. Then I noticed something. Near the bottom, a small piece of wood. It looked loose, not glued yet. I touched it gently. It came off in my hand. A small wooden piece. I looked at it. There was writing, carved into the wood. hidden inside the box, secret words where no one could see. I turned it to the light. I read the words carefully. Everything stopped. My heart, my breath, my world. The words said everything. I held the small wooden piece. My hands were shaking. I turned it over slowly. In the light, I saw writing. Carved words. His handwriting in wood. Secret words. Hidden words. Words no one saw. I brought it closer. I read the words slowly, carefully. You are my home, Dahlia. You were always my home. My home. I was his home. The words repeated in my mind again and again. You are my home. My legs felt weak. I sat down on the floor. Right there in the workshop, I held the piece of wood. Against my heart, the tears came. So many tears, but different tears now. Not angry tears, not guilty tears. These were understanding tears. Love tears. He called me home. All this time, while I felt lonely, while I felt forgotten, while I thought he did not care, I was his home, his everything, his reason. I cried harder. My whole body shook. I am so sorry, I said. I did not understand. I did not see, but now I saw. Everything was clear now. He was not distant. He was protecting me. He was dying, and he knew it. So he worked. He worked so hard to prepare for me, to save for me, to build for me. Every late night, every missed dinner, every hour in the garage. It was all love. His way of loving me. He was quiet from pain, physical pain. His heart was dying, but he did not complain. He did not tell me. He did not want me to worry. He wanted to be strong. For me, the workshop was not an escape. It was his love language. Every piece of furniture, every smooth surface, every careful detail. It was him saying, I love you, in the only way he could. He was building our future, even while dying, even knowing he left. He still built. He still hoped. He still loved. I looked around the workshop with new eyes. The table was love. The chair was love. The bookshelf was love. The cradle was hope. Everything was love. I stood up slowly. I walked to the workbench. The small wooden box sat there. His last project from our anniversary night. The night I was angry. The night I said terrible things. The night he died. I picked up the box. I held it carefully. It was almost finished. So close. Just this one piece missing. The piece with the secret words. The piece in my hand. I looked at the box closely. It was beautiful. Flowers carved on the sides. Leaves and vines. So detailed. So perfect. This took many hours. Many days. Maybe weeks. All for me. I turned the box over. I looked at the bottom. The spot where the piece fit. A small, empty space. Waiting. I placed the wooden piece there. It fit perfectly. Of course it did. Felix made everything perfect, but he never glued it. He never finished it. Because he died. That night. Our anniversary night. While I was angry. Upstairs. He was down here, carving these words. His last words to me, "You are my home." I held the box close. I cried again. "You were my home too," I whispered. "You were always my home. I just did not see it. But now I see. Now I understand. I sat in his work chair, the one he sat in. Every day, every night, I could feel him here, his presence, his love. The workshop smelled like him. Wood and coffee, and something else. Something warm. Love. This place was full of love. I was wrong about everything. I thought he did not care. I thought he loved work more. I thought I was alone, but I was never alone. He was always there, always thinking of me, always working for me, always loving me, just in his own way. A quiet way, a strong way, a way I did not understand until now. I looked at the box again. It was not finished. The piece was not glued. Felix never finished it. But maybe I could. Maybe I should. For him. For us. I stood up. I looked around the workshop. I found glue on the shelf. Wood glue, the kind Felix used. I opened it carefully. I put some on the wooden piece, the piece with the secret words. Then I placed it in the box. In the empty spot, I pressed it down gently. I held it there, waiting for the glue to dry. Minutes passed. I did not move. I just held it. This was our last project together. He started it. I finished it. Together. Finally, the glue dried. The piece was attached. The box was complete. His last gift to me, finished. I picked up the box. I held it close. I stood up. I looked around the workshop one more time. "Thank you, Felix," I said. "Thank you for everything. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being my home." I walked to the door. I took the box with me, back into the house, our house, the house he paid for, the house he saved for me. I walked to the kitchen. I placed the box on the table, the old table. Soon I replaced it with the new table, the one he made. In the garage, I brought all his furniture inside. I filled the house with it, with his love, with his work, with him. I sat down at the table. I looked at the small box. So beautiful, so perfect. I opened it slowly. Inside was empty, waiting for something. Maybe letters, maybe photos, maybe memories. I decided later. But I knew one thing. This box held the most important thing, hidden inside, where no one could see. The secret message, "You are my home." I closed the box. I put my hand on it. The house was quiet, but it was not empty anymore. It was full, full of his presence, full of his love, full of memories, full of understanding. I was his home, and he was mine. I did not see it before. I was blind. I was selfish. I only saw what I wanted, but now my eyes were open. Now I understood. Home is not just a place. Home is not just time together. Home is love. Home is sacrifice. Home is working hard. Home is preparing. Home is protecting. Home is giving everything, even your life. Felix gave me everything, his time, his energy, his health, his life, all for me. Because I was his home, I started to cry again, but I was smiling too, through the tears. I was sad, so sad he was gone, but I was grateful too, grateful for his love, grateful for the truth, grateful I finally understood. The sun came through the window, warm light. It touched the wooden box. The box glowed, like Felix was here with me. And maybe he was, in every piece of furniture, in every room, in every corner. He was here, in this house, our home. I wiped my tears. I stood up. I had work to do. I brought his furniture inside, all of it, the table, the chair, the bookshelf, everything. I finished what he started. I honored his love. I made this house, our home, really our home, full of his love, full of his work, full of him. And every day, every single day, I remembered he called me home. I was his home, and he was mine, always, forever. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and share it with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe to Teddy English Story so you never miss a new lesson. Thank you for listening.